All right, guys, I'm in downtown Fatima, Portugal. We're just 120 kilometers north of Lisbon, northeast of Lisbon. We're going to take a look around this small, humble town, and it's good. I'm looking at it, and it's pricing, affordability is there. Wages are within, incomes and wages are within cost of living in this small town. It's starting to take off from what I'm hearing from the locals. And let's take a look at the town and see what we got to offer here. We have to offer here. Now, the sanctuary is always going to be located right there. You're always going to find it I think we're going north to south here. So that's going to be always to the east. You'll always find the sanctuary there. You can see the steeple up there. Now, if you walk this way, you'll start to see hotels and stuff. You got your cobblestone streets everywhere. And they're really nice and even. They look uneven when you look at them, but when you walk on them, they seem pretty good, pretty strong. So this area here is a lot of hotels to take people over to the. There it is, right. You can see the sanctuary right there better. The sanctuary could be seen almost anywhere from town, depending where you're at. You can see it about 80% of the town where you're at. If you're on the west side, the north side, and the south side, you can still see the sanctuary, depending on where you're walking or positioned. You can still see it. Sometimes you get building structure in the way, which is common, but let's just keep going this way, folks, and check out this scenario here. Pathway there, through there. Bom dia.
Bom dia.
And let's keep going as we approach here. You got condominiums here. I found this here while walking. There's an old folks home here. So there are expats that are traveling with parents still, and the parents want to get out, and they don't mind being in an old folks home in Portugal, which I don't think I would have a problem with either if I'm living here. So I found a right here, Amor de Deus, Residencia Senior. So it's a senior place here, and up that way is where the schooling is. I'll show you guys past this car here. The schooling area is located up that hill, so if you have children, they can go to school there. And there's a ton of street cleaning here. Everything, the foliage is very green. It's very hot today. It's about 28 degrees. And bom dia. And the foliage is nice. It's all green still. We're on the second week of October 2025. It's gonna reach a high of 30 degrees today. So you always have to, when you're here, you gotta be prepared for the heat. At times, the humidity gets out of control. Sometimes the humidity is like an ocean humidity, is a little bit different, more of a tropic humidity than a dry humidity, I've noticed. Because I live in the dryness where I live. Hair salons, hotel. That's another hotel over there. And residential areas they're kind of scattered all over the town. But you see these low-rise 5-6 story condominiums here, and they're pretty cool. They are pretty cool. So I'm just waiting for this thing to. Looks like no one's coming through. There it is, right there. There it is, right there. So you got the low-rise condos up there. Let's keep going up this way. You got an Aldi over here, where you get your. We went there yesterday and picked up some supplies to keep at the hotel. And lots of cool stuff here. Now, If you head that way, that takes you right to the sanctuary entrance. The big sanctuary entrance there. You got lots of stores here. Optical stores. Interior design locations. I like these low-rise. Do you see this little area here? This reminds me of Deco Drive, Ocean Drive. If they put a bit of neon lighting around some of the architecture here, you get that Deco Drive look of Miami Beach. That kind of feeling. Let me know in the comments if you feel what I'm feeling here. But again, cobblestone streets. Looks like cleaners here. You got these little boutique shops here, selling coffees and cupcakes and all kinds of cool stuff here. Really cool. Got these little seating areas here pretty much everywhere. You can find them everywhere. That's really nice. So this goes into, if you look over there, that goes into the living quarters or areas and low-rise apartments. It's very clean here. You got little to no graffiti. You got no trash. You got full-time, I've been watching since I've arrived here, full-time street cleaning. Full-time. Down in here, you would notice a lot of the vehicles here are Mercedes-Benz. A lot of the taxis are Mercedes-Benz. A lot of the police vehicles and emergency vehicles are Mercedes-Benz. You do have Audis. You see quite a few Audis here. Again, down to the living areas. Hoods, if you want to call them. And hopefully we can find someone to interview here in this video. A lot of people want to be off the record. They feel like they get in trouble if they talk about the cost of living. I just want to know the cost of living, right? But from what I'm getting from people, I'm getting the in this area, wages and incomes are kind of tied to the cost of living, but it's starting to take off. But food, let me tell you, is not expensive. From what they've been telling me, I've been looking around at the food here in this area, and the food is not expensive at all. I went shopping, 25 euros, I bought a ton of stuff. Like a lot of stuff, like 3-4 bags of groceries, which was very impressive. All right, which way are we gonna go here? That way takes you, I think, into the residential areas. We're gonna go around this way here. Look around this little downtown area. Some construction going on here. Definitely a busy little town. Yeah. Construction in that area. Looks like a school up here. Formation Center. And then you got veterinary clinic here. The Portuguese are very serious about taking care of their pets, I notice. They got these there was a veterinary clinic inside the airport when I arrived. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. Nice view over here. Shot of myself here in Fatima, Portugal. Sorry guys, if I seem a little bit out of breath, it's just I've been walking for quite a bit. I'm gonna stop somewhere and get myself some water. It is really hot. It's second week of October, and I don't think things start. I think things start to cool down here around second week of December, where it cools down to about 18 degrees centigrade. And there are people up and about. It is empty. It seems empty. Like I make my Where Is Everybody videos. But it's okay. Still, I'm seeing cleaners. I'm seeing people at work. Looks like a delivery driver over there. Oh, here we go. So we got a sign there. So we got music, pinturas, theater, ballet, dance. Okay. It's for the school. Wow, they actually have Portuguese kids in their picture too. Because if this was in Canada, you wouldn't have a single Canadian in their photos. That's impressive. Oh, here's another street down here. Again, I really love these cobblestone streets here. They're really, really, really nice. Really nice. Nicely set up. Palm trees. Remember what I told you guys about palm trees? Every time you see palm trees, you know that you are in a properly climatized zone. And to dress, not to overdress, but to dress accordingly so that you don't melt. So this is it looks like it's a wealthy residential area up here. You got really nice homes up here. And I guess back in the day when you had a home up here, you could see down this bluff all the way down to Fatima Sanctuary, but now you got olive trees everywhere. And now that you got, there's a sanctuary right there. You can see the steeple. But it's not hard. It's not a hard town to navigate because of the sanctuary over there. Very easy to navigate around. So I'm taking you guys up of rural, weird, back road areas to kind of give you guys a little bit of an insight on what I'm seeing here. Bom dia. Again, we're gonna go up to this little hill here, and we are gonna see what's at the top here. Again, these are very compounded areas here, inside compounds. Oh, there we go. That's what we came for, a view. Yep, it's a compounded. There's a 5G tower up there, right there. There's a 5G tower right there. All right, now we are on the Rua da Esperança. That is the street of the waiting. So I'm not gonna descend down. Look at this hill, holy smokes. I'm not gonna descend down this. I'll get to an angle here where I can show you guys the proper look at the view. Again, They're homes, compounded homes in these areas. I'm not seeing any signs of any dangers. Let's keep going a bit here. There's a view. I think that's another school over there. I think it's a high school beside it. See, when you get off the main roads, from time to time you do find roads like this in these smaller towns. So here's the view here, guys. Let me see if I could, yeah. It's really nice. It goes really far too. You can see, I mean, way out. Really nice. Lots of olive trees. There's olives everywhere, growing in the wild. But I'm not gonna walk down this road. I'm not sure. It looks like it gets really loose down there too. Let's go back up this way, and I'll pause the video till I get back to the top, because you guys have already seen this part. If you guys can hear that, that's the sanctuary clock tower. I think every quarter to every hour, the sanctuary clock goes off. Now, if you're an expat and you have a bit of money, that fortified or compounded structure area with a nice view of that place would be favorable in Fatima. You got a private road coming in that turns loose up there, and you are in complete bliss of okay, let's keep going this way here. Let's keep headed this way. Bom dia. Let's keep going, folks. All right. Oop, there's a big cement truck coming this my way. You got to watch out for traffic here, because they can just kind of keep driving, you know what I mean? Let's see what street this is. Who is this? São João. Adeus. Okay. All right. Let's keep track of where we're at. This road doesn't look like it takes you down to the sanctuary, but it's a really nice view too. These apartments have great views, depending on there's no ocean views here, unfortunately, because we're slightly into the interior. You got these trees here everywhere dropping stuff. Public transit's clean. Public transit station here, bus station shelter is very clean. Let's keep going, folks. Looks like there's a charging station here for EV cars. This road looks like it doesn't take me to the main road. Looks like it continues through this semi-industrial area. There's the 5G tower we saw earlier. There is the sanctuary right there. So we'll find a way to get down to it by not walking around the same areas we did. And that's why we call it exploration. No cap on. Working on that lengthy summer tan I've been working on. I was in the Philippines earlier making videos for you guys. And hopefully there's a road that cuts down that will take us to the sanctuary that way. But fingers crossed. It looks like it keeps going straight. So we're gonna We're out for a walk today, that's for sure. All right. Again, condominiums, low rise. They're 3 to 6 floors, 3 to 6 story towers. Got your older architecture on this side here. Everything kind of blends in, looks really nice. Cobblestone streets. I'm actually feeling really good since I've been here. The food is very clean. There's like no chemicals in the food. The water's clean. Everything, like it's a different feel. Again, palm trees. It's like an older home here. Looks like there's a priest coming. Or a friar. Or something. Looks like there's a big park here. You could easily picnic there if you choose to. Oh, there's another area up here. Bigger homes. People don't stop at stop signs here. There's a stop sign right there. And you got to be really careful when you're walking around here. Centro de Estudios de Fatima. So there's a school down that way. Looks like it's a college. Down there. You got to be really careful. There's a stop sign right here. And yeah, nobody stops at stop signs. So you got to be really, really careful when you're walking around as a pedestrian. All right. More homes that way. Okay, we're in like a little town here. Like a little town in the town. Rua de Barrio Novo. So this goes into a little town. You could tell with the lack of sidewalks. You could tell with the lack of sidewalks that you're in a little aldea within Fatima. Wow, that's cool. Street corners here. Oh yeah, we're in a tiny little town. Oh yeah. Wow. Wow. I think I'm going to take this road back down this way. All right, we came from that way. You got your little shops here. This is so cool. Look at this architecture. I better get off the side of the road so I don't end up getting squashed by a car here. There you go. There's the sanctuary of Our Lady of Fatima. That's interesting. Yeah, this would be good for an expat who is a Catholic and that wants somewhere else to be. Wow, that's so cool. So cool. A lot of these partitioned lands, the old landowners here still own some of these lands, right? I'm just gonna do a battery check here. We got some battery left. Make these long-winded videos showing you guys around. Kind of drains the battery sometimes too fast. Gotta be careful. There's a bar. Oh, great. We got something to drink. They do recycling here from time to time. I do see it. Do see recycling. Gonna go into this place real quick, guys, and grab something to drink. Alright, guys, I picked up a Coke here. Locals are very friendly. I asked them about the whole wage thing, and they're admitting that it is getting expensive and a little bit harder and tighter, and have to make more sacrifices. You see how very humbled people work on making sacrifices, and should be more about why are we getting ripped off here, and we need to stand up to it. And it's not like we're working less to make less and pay more for everything. So you're definitely making less because you're paying more, if you see it that way. There's many ways to see it. Okay, I picked up a Coke, and the sugar here is different. I've consumed so much Coca-Cola, so much pop, just not junk food. I've been eating a lot of steak, a lot of good foods, and I wonder what that Casa de San Nuno, Saint Nuno there. Let's see if that goes where that goes. Who cares? Let's just walk around. Very interesting downtown area here. Oh great, there's a crosswalk here. Yeah, I'm just gonna grab this crosswalk here. See how the cars go so fast? There is absolutely no way that guy could stop for me. There is no way. Look how fast the cars come here. There's no way. No one stops. You got to be really careful. Very careful here with traffic. Just letting you guys know, giving you the heads up. Conservatoria de Fatima is over here. Conservatory. There's a lot of nuns around this area. Oh wow! Look, there's Portuguese kids in the advertising there. Yeah, you don't see a lot of in Canada. You wouldn't see Canadian people in advertisings and stuff. It's kind of weird. So, lots of olive trees, if you see, all over the place. And guys, it's really hot. I think it's like 30 degrees right now. It's really, really hot. And we are in the second week of October too. So I'm headed to the sanctuary there to meet up with my mom, and my daughter should be there. Lots of motorcycles here too, eh? Pretty much use a motorcycle here all year round without any issues. The only issue I may find riding a motorcycle, especially if you're an expat, is this road gets a little bit slippery when it's wet. There you go. There's signs telling you to get over there to the sanctuary. So all roads pretty much point to this gigantic sanctuary that I was at the other day. Like, it's got space to easily hold about 120,000 people or more. It's enormous. Once you get to the other side of that sanctuary there, you can see what I'm talking about. It's incredible. I haven't seen anything like it in my life. It's so different when you come and see stuff in person. Lots of boutique shops, religious shops, spiritual shops, ice cream shops. Yep. We are on our way to the sanctuary. There's lots of parking here. Lots of parking. I'm gonna just step around here real quick to the sidewalk. Conveniently marked pathways to tell you where to go once you arrive here. A lot of people make their pilgrimage here. At least once in their life, they come to Fatima to pay their respects. Yeah, nobody, gotta be careful with crosswalks because it's kind of a newer thing in Europe. The whole crosswalk thing is a new thing here. Here we are, we're approaching the sanctuary, and we got people here from, I met quite a few people here from Mexico, Chile, Argentina. There's a ton of people here from Brazil last night. They had the mass yesterday in Spanish from Mexico. I attended that mass. Not inside the sanctuary, outside. It was an outdoor event because there was too many people. And there was a lot of candle burning too. So you can see what I'm talking about here. All right, let's walk around. We're currently behind the sanctuary. We're going to walk around it. Olive trees again everywhere. Olive trees everywhere. I'm going to keep saying that because that's all I'm seeing. You got to kind of step through the sanctuary to get to the other side. And here we are. It holds a lot of people here. And a lot of people taking pictures. You hear people speaking Spanish behind me here. We're going to keep going down these steps. This goes far as the eye could see. Now I'm walking this way because I want to show you guys something. There you go. There it is, right there. Now, there's a lot of pilgrims that come to this, that kneel their way to the altar. I want to show you these strong-willed people, what I'm talking about here. So right here, you see this lady? These folks come a really long way on their knees. Most of them pray the rosary. All right, we're in an area here we can't take pictures of the group here, but you guys see what it is I'm talking about here. And it's a sacrifice. It's a form of respect. You got your candles over there we did the other day. Anyways, guys, that's a little tour of the Fatima area, the upper area in the hills, little town we walked through. It was more of the little town if we would head up the mountain. There's more to see. But I just got to give you guys a little basic of the tour of the area and kind of reconnect here with the sanctuary. I'm going to go pray. Mike Martin's here. I have spoken.